So, today we're going to be talking about the importance of monitoring your trademarks and making sure that you're actually defending them. My name is Briana Robertson. I'm the managing attorney here at the law office of Briana C. Robertson, where we specialize in legally protecting your business so that way businesses can actually go out and do business with confidence. So today we're going to be talking about, like I said, the importance of monitoring your trademark. And what brought about this topic is that, the new recent lawsuit that Louis Vuitton filed against an Atlanta flea market, in which they are filing a lawsuit claiming millions of dollars in damages because the flea market has created a safe space for all of these different vendors to sell counterfeit Louis Vuitton bags as well as other name brand bags. They're claiming that they have sent, several cease and desist letters, gave them several notices, letting them know about the sale of these counterfeit bags, and has asked them to stop repeatedly from allowing these sales to go on. However, they did not heed to the cease and desist or these notices and still allowed all of these different vendors to sell these counterfeit bags. And Louis Vuitton is claiming that because of this has cost them millions of dollars in damages because they're selling their bags essentially that are counterfeit, which could be a damage to the Louis Vuitton reputation. And so this would be a case of trademark infringement because Louis Vuitton's brand is trademarked. And by these people selling these counterfeit bags, they're selling a counterfeit of their trademark, which is an infringement, and they can actually try to get damages, which was what they're doing. Now, what we can take away from this, and this is kind of what segues into why monitoring your trademark is so important, um, is that all these big brands, they're going to make sure that they're monitoring their trademarks. And so even with people who have small businesses, you should be doing the same. The reason being is that when you're monitoring your trademark, you are making sure that there's nobody actually infringing on your mark. That means that you're not having somebody who is bringing up a counterfeit or an exact replica of your brand and selling it as something else. So that is what you're essentially doing when you're monitoring your trademark. You're trying to prevent other brands that could be confusingly similar to yours and keep an eye out for when they come up. And if you are continuously or regularly doing monitoring of your brand, you can catch these counterfeits rather quickly. And if you catch them quickly, it allows you to be able to take action against these infringements a lot quicker versus if you're not monitoring and you just get the trademark and then don't do anything to monitor it. You can start having a lot of people who are going to be bringing out brands that are similar to yours, exactly like yours, and therefore diluting the market of your brand, therefore making your brand less unique. And the less unique your brand is, the harder it is to enforce that trademark. This is why it is so important to make sure that you are monitoring your brand, because what you don't want is to start allowing all of these different marks that could be similar to yours or counterfeits that are similar to yours to start coming into the market, diluting it so that way your brand is no longer unique, and therefore your trademark is going to be a lot harder to defend and and therefore almost making your trademark useless at that point. So this is why it's important to make sure that you are monitoring your trademark. The other thing is you want to make sure that there are people out there that's not misusing your trademark and ruining your brand's reputation, because your trademark is basically it's your brand, which is the reputation of your company. So if you start having other people, that are putting out similar items to yours or counterfeit to yours, where people aren't able to tell the difference between the real, which is your brand, and the other, and therefore if you start having like poor quality, they're going to start associating that with your brand and therefore ruining the reputation of your brand. And you don't want that to happen, which is why it is important to monitor your trademark. And when you monitor your trademark, when you see somebody that is infringing on your brand, or you need to make sure that you take action and take action quickly. That means sending out cease and desist letters and notices to them, letting them know that they are infringing on your brand. And if you need to, taking that next step and filing a lawsuit and collecting damages. Because the longer that you let all of these infringements sit without taking action, the harder it is for you to be able to defend your brand. Now, This goes to the next question: ways that you can monitor your brand. You can monitor your brand by one, making sure that you're continuously, checking the USPTO database for any new applications that might be filed that are similar to yours, just so you can be, on notice to file an opposition to that brand actually being trademarked. That is one way that you can monitor your trademark, is by monitoring USPTO website for any brands that are being applied for that's similar to yours. That also includes monitoring the Trademark Gazette for any brands that are being published for registration. So that way you can file an opposition to that brand being registered. That is one way that you can monitor your brand. Another thing is just constantly doing just a regular like internet or Google search, social media search for anybody that for anything that could be similar to your brand, and then making sure that if you find somebody that you are going out there and sending a cease and desist letters. Now, I know us, the entrepreneurs, we can get very, very busy when we're trying to run our business, and we might not have time to constantly, check all of these things to make sure that nobody's infringing on our brands. So, with that, I know like a lot of people, like myself, who practices trademark law and protecting small businesses, we actually offer packages where we monitor your brand for you. And if we see something that seems like an infringement, we automatically send cease and desist letters to make sure that your brand is protected. So I know that my office is available to help with these matters, and so you can definitely contact my office. Go to my website at bcrobertsonlaw.com, or you can call me at 214-432-5972. Because we do help with monitoring your brand and defending your brand. But if you don't choose my office, please make sure you get somebody, or make sure that you are constantly monitoring your brand, because you don't want your trademark to go to waste. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click like and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that way that you can get notices anytime that we have a new video that drops. Have a good one.